In my college time, I've done projects in Node.js, in and Android development, and I've solved somewhere around 800 plus problems of GFG. And recently, I don't get that much time, but I actively participate on contests basically. So yeah, so I have
Okay.
somewhere around 20, 50 plus rating.
So, Rishabh. Okay, so without making a single minute delay in this session, let's get back to our the theme of this session, that how to attempt coding rounds. Like it's all about the LeetCode platforms, because I think LeetCode is all about like coding. Like LeetCode is enough for this fund preparation or product based companies. So let's get back to basics. Okay, like if a beginner is watching this session, like what will be his mindset? I mean, if he is just going to lead code, then what should be his approach from your point of view? Like once you were a beginner, because every master was once a beginner. So currently you are now at a 2050 plus rating. So so if someone is approaching as a beginner on lead code, what should be his approach to tackle those problems?
Yeah, so I got these kind of messages on LinkedIn as well from beginners. So what do
Yeah,
they do? They directly go to lead code contests. I would say lead code contests are relatively the easiest contests that we have out there, like from other contests, but still people struggle to even solve easy problems.
yeah,
So first approach should be that they shouldn't directly jump to contests. They should at least solve easy problems of each and every topic so
okay,
that you are aware of what techniques and tools you can use. Once you cover all the data structure and algorithms with by just putting easy tags and topic tags, then you can in parallel do contests and solve medium by putting topic tags as well, because you it's really important that you get really good at by with a topic tag. Let's say I give you a hint. Okay, like I'm an interviewer, I'll say okay, maybe hash map works, maybe
yeah,
graph works. So that hint should be enough for you to start approach. It should click different things on your head. So that kind of rigorous practice is required by putting topic tags. So once you are comfortable with each and every topic, I would say you'll easily reach to 2000 plus on lead code. It's not difficult, because if you're solving three problems every in every contest with somewhere under 2000 rank, you'll reach there. So rating is not a thing. So that's the main thing. Just be good at each and every topic.
okay,
Okay, so go with a BFS approach. Okay, just cover everything. You can't just start with arrays and just stuck to it and tied it. That's not how it works. Because in array as well, you'll get problems from DP, and you haven't even touched DP once. So how would you do that? So just uh,
yeah,
I put easy tag, give one iteration. It works basically in an iterative manner, and
okay,
you'll get to know what is your weakness, okay, over time, of on which topics you have to give more iterations. Like for me, I have done graphs, let's say a lot, basically standard problems. The mistake I did was, it's not a mistake, but I would say like that DSS sheets. uh,
okay. Yeah, there are lots of shit available on the internet. Yeah,
so the big thing is that uh, I think if you have enough time, you shouldn't be starting with that, because let's say personally, I've done love bubbers 450 questions. I've done
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But the problem with this sheet is that you start at problem one, for first 10 to 15 days, you'll be good. Okay, you'll solve 20, 30 problems, but still back on your head, you'll be like, okay, there are four and more problems. So that creates a rush inside you, and you stop improving your problem solving skills. Instead of that, you just put less efforts on the problems and you directly jump to solutions. And in this way, what happens, because it's difficult, because you already have 550 problems, so it's difficult. So don't think that okay, you just have to do a 450 problems, 200 problems. Make it in a habit that yeah, you are working it for problem solving skills. Definitely there are few problems for which you need to see them before, but we need to work on our problem solving skills, because we cannot remember all 450 problems at all, whatever that list is. I have done 800 plus problems on GFG, 700 plus on LeetCode. If you'll pick some difficult problem, maybe I'll still struggle if my problem solving skill is not improving. So don't do that. And especially if you are from tier 3 college where no company visits, these seats won't help you, man. Telling you. Because in good colleges, some company will visit you. It's good. Do 500 problems. Just get good at it. You'll crack the interview. But if you even don't know when you will get the interview opportunity, then why are you doing this? You have to work on your problem solving skills. Be smart. Otherwise, you'll waste time in solving same problems again and again, and you'll be struggling with them. So
Okay.
that should be the approach. Work on your problem solving skills,
So we
not
can,
on.
yeah. So
Yeah,
we can conclude from your experience that we should, someone is should aiming for the problem solving, not for that particular amount of questions. And
yeah,
those who are currently in first year or second year, mostly most of them don't start DSA in their first year. They usually start in second year or third year. So, like as per you, so if someone is having a good amount of time, he or she may proceed with his or her learning approach, right, sir? Let me correct if I'm wrong somewhere. So he or she
yeah.
should start with his or her learning approach. Don't follow any particular sheet because it will create some hype in your mind that you have to solve this such amount of questions, not such amount of questions. So
Yes, yes. Once you solve those 450 problems and you attempt an online coding round, things will be clear in front of you. You won't be
yeah,
able to solve those problems.
yeah,
So contest needs to be there. You have to participate on contests as well, because
okay,
that will. I think that is the best way of improving your problem solving skills, because you get problems from unknown tags. At least for that code time, whichever the interval, that time span of contest is, you cannot see the topic tags.
yeah,
You just have time constraints. Okay, that I personally use a lot. Okay, I even starting a problem, I look at the constant, because that's how it works in during
yeah,
contests. So that is the only hint there. But at least you don't have the option to see, okay, which topic tag it is. So it's good. Start with lead code contest once you have covered all DSA with easy tag, so that you'll get comfortable. After that, even though I haven't done code forces a lot, but I would say, because in online contest we see a lot of maths problems,
yeah,
and lead code is not at all a platform where you'll improve that part. So for those problems, I would say you should give code forces contest as well, even though I did this mistake, I didn't give in because now I don't even have that much time. Maybe I have, but I'm not able to manage it basically. But if I'll get time, I'll also do that, because it's important. Because in online rounds, basically there are three kind of problems. First thing, a standard DS problem. If you have just grind enough DSA, you'll solve that problem without a problem. Second one, a math problem, which if you haven't solved enough, code forces or some problem, you'll struggle with that, even if it's a easy problem. Third
yeah,
one is the toughest problem, which they pick from some platform, the hardest one, they modify it, they put it in front of you. That you cannot, that if you are good at it, you'll solve it. Otherwise, or you have already solved that problem, then you can solve it. So these three kind of problems I usually see in online rounds basically. And if it's a good company, the good thing is that they are the one who are giving you the easiest problem on the online round, I would say. Because they repeat their questions from lead code. If it's a small company, they are giving you even harder problems. So if you are applying on, let's say, hacker earth contest somewhere, don't just get demotivated with those problems. Okay, that this company gives only this package, but the problem of I can't even solve problem of these companies. Don't
Infosys is the best example for this.
they, at least they are paying 9.5. There are companies who
Yeah,
pay 5 LPA, even they, because what they
yeah,
do, I think, I don't know. Maybe they ask just platform, give them the hardest problem. Maybe they don't
maybe,
give their own problem. We don't know. So just keep improving yourself basically, and keep applying. Don't just think that, okay, I'll apply into one or two companies, because then you might even not get the the test link. So keep
yeah,
applying, be active on LinkedIn, look out for the opportunities, and just keep practicing. I would say if you are consistent enough, you'll reach to a good place. And just be consistent. That's the basic idea. If
okay,
you're
thank you.
consistent, you'll be good.
Okay, thank you for the suggestion. So those who are listening us and those who are going to listen in future, so stop yourself, save yourself from these particular D seeds. If you're having a good amount of time, then practice lead code. Okay, so this was all about that how to start with lead code. So like we have talked about we should aim for the problem solving. Like any one tip that you should you want to give to your juniors for improving their problem solving skills.
Once you are, let's say you know each and every topic, but one new problem comes in front of you
Yeah.
and you're blank. Without topic tag, you cannot solve the problems. So I have already, let's say you have given enough iterations to it and every topic. So now just go on LeetCode or any other platform and solve their top 100 interview problems, something like that. And don't look for, don't cheat for that topic tag. Solve those 100 problems or 150 problems list. Now that these kind of lists help, basically if you have some short list of 50, now you'll be able to solve problems without even looking at topic tags. So for that you should have to solve 100, somewhere 50 100 problems of mixed topic. If you'll do that, this topic tag dependency will go, and then contest is the only solution. If you have enough time, just give contest, give virtual contest. Okay, that is the only thing that will help you. And upsolve, yeah, the main thing is that
Yeah,
upsolving.
upsolving.
Because if you're giving contests, you're solving, let's say, three problems, and you're not solving the fourth one, there's no point of giving it. Next time you'll be still solving three problems, you're not improving. That upsolving is the most important thing. If you're solving one problem, fine, upsolve the rest of the three problems. That will grow you, basically. So like let's say in graph, basically there's a data set, a union find, and we hardly, if you just go standard problems, we hardly use it in Krushkal's algorithm.
Yeah.
But if you're giving contest, then you realize, okay, this data set can be used at different places. So give contest, there you will get updated problems, latest problems which some company has asked. So give yourself exposure of those contests as much as possible, I would say. If you are consistently giving contests, that those OS won't bother you, you'll be really good with them.
Okay.
Contest is
Okay.
the only solution for this thing.
So I think upsolving is the most important system that the most of them misses, because after giving a contest, most of them get demotivated, I guess, and very few of them used to do upsolving, because upsolving is that skill that you are looking to someone code and you are getting from that idea that this approach can also be used to this problem. So yeah, so upsolving can be the basic skill for the problem solving for getting new ideas. Am I correct, Rishabh?
Yeah, yeah. And even if you have solved some problem, look at the solution of even that problem. It got, even if that got accepted by your problem, because they might be using less number of codes. So you have
Yeah.
to improve yourself in every way. Even if they might be using some different technique. Even let's say if it's an easy tag problem. But if it's a easy tag, because they have reduced the constant. But sometimes what happens, even easy problems are good if their constants were high. So look for those optimal solutions. They are really important, because if the same problem will come in some way with high constant, you'll struggle. You'll be like, okay, I've done similar problem, but it's not getting accepted here. So upsolve each and every problem, even if the problem which you have solved. Yeah.
Okay. So guys, start upsolving. If you're not doing over now, so please start upsolving. It will help your contest, coding contest ranking. Okay. So that's all about the problem solving skills. Like if someone is going to LeetCode platform and someone is picking a question, okay, like most of them used to spend more than 1 hour question, more than 1 hour time on a single question. I think that's the most inappropriate approach for a problem. Because just spending a 1 hour time to a single question. So, is there any approximate time, or did you follow any time technique to follow or tackle such questions? Like, how much time should be able to someone be able to give upon a particular question?
Actually, it depends on person to person. If you are, let's say, not giving enough time, after 5 minutes, you just start looking for solutions, that's also not good. If you are
Yeah,
spending more than 1 hour, don't do it, because you'll end up your engineering with just few problems. Okay, that won't
yeah,
help you. So you have to balance it out somehow. It, let's say for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, let's say you tried the problem, you have no idea about the problem. Just start giving yourself some idea. Go to look at the constants. Okay, that's how I do basically. If I, let's say 10 15 minutes, I go to constants, because I'm blank. What will happen, even if I'll be just staring the screen for half an hour
yeah.
more. It doesn't. So give yourself little hint, especially in practice mode. In contest, you cannot do that. That's the beauty of contest. It forces you to think, basically. So that's why contests are also important. But in normal practice mode, after 15 minutes, look at constants. By looking at constant, you might get some idea. Okay, if in this complexity it has to be done, then let's see what I can use.
Yeah.
Still you are struggling, let's say for 5-10 minutes, you have no idea. Look at the topic text, they might help you. So give more time, 5-10 minutes more, okay, not more than that, because if you are not getting anything in 10 minutes, you won't get it after that, trust me. Especially for me it works basically. Maybe I'm not that smart, but that's how it works. Okay, so after that, look for hints basically.
Yeah.
Look for hint one, they'll show you, okay, can we use this, or maybe they'll directly give you something. So look at, and in iterative manner you should be solving problems. You shouldn't be directly going to solutions, but you can't just stuck to a problem just looking reading the question again and again for 1 hour 2 hours. That's also not going to help. Trust me, I have solved a lot of problems like that. It's good, you'll feel it then, okay, I have solved a problem in an entire day, that's good, but it's not going to helping. It won't help you. It's not an idle world basically where there are just companies are asking 1 or 2 problems. They are not. They are asking different questions, so you have to cover all topics, so don't spend too much time on a single problem. Go iteratively. Even if this topic tag doesn't help you, go to discussion section. LeetCode discuss section is the best thing. I have solved problems on Geeks for Geeks, but the only difference that but this discuss section is not there. Geeks for Geeks is really improving. They give you company stack for free. These things are
Yeah.
good there, but this discuss thing is still missing there. And that comes as community. So this is the most powerful thing that LeetCode have. Go to discussion. You know, uh, Filter it with most words. Look at the first solution. Maybe by just reading the title, you might get some hint. Or if still go, read 1-2 line of the that discuss thread. And if something clicks, go back. Don't read it completely. Give yourself time, okay, that you'll solve it. So in this iterative manner, you should be solving problems if you have enough time. Otherwise, you have to
Okay.
somehow reduce some time. Let's say if you have 6 months, then maybe you can't spend that much time. So on an average, on a single problem, I would say it depends on difficulty as well. But I think half an hour to 40 minutes should be sufficient.
Okay.
That's enough, I think. Not more than that, even if it's a hard problem. If it's a hard problem, good, you'll watch video and all. That itself will take a lot of time you to understand and come back to solve. Let's say if it's a difficult problem, memorization itself is tough, then you learn bottom up. So even if you're watching solution after half an hour, it will itself take 1 hour or more to grab all
Yeah.
those things.
I
So
think that much time is sufficient when you are looking for all the possible solutions. If
yes.
one of if all of those are not working, then you should go for some hint or editorial, or you say read code discuss part. So that can be approached. Okay. So I think this was all about the beginner phase. Like if someone is at intermediate level, like most of DMUs come from those who are learning at intermediate phase. Like how to improve on lead code contest, like how to get better, how to code faster in less time.
Yeah. So even though I consider myself as intermediate as well, so
Okay.
yeah. So basically, it is a very stupid, I would say, advice. But don't read the question title. That's
Okay.
sometimes I don't know why I start reading question title. Don't read it. Just read the problem directly. This is the first thing. And if you are looking for rating, most of the time use long. That's a advice which you'll remember it, okay, when you'll be getting wrong answer for a correct solutions, use long.
Okay.
Especially on the question third of the lead code, most of the time they give a concept in a way that it will overflow. So these are the small things that you have to keep in your mind, because on lead code it's like most of people solve 3 problems, but one person is solving them with quickly, with and without wrong submission. They get ranking under 2000, under 15,000,
Yeah.
1500, and sometimes under 1000 as well. And same one person who solved three, but that same person might be having some 4000, 5000, and even more rank. So that you have to reduce your wrong submission first. First your
Okay.
approach should be accurate. Then that speed will eventually come. If let's say you trust your code, okay, that I have written this, I've covered all the test cases, now I can submit, it's accurate. Then with time, that speed will come if you are accurate. You shouldn't be targeting for speed. Just be more accurate, okay, and cover all test cases. That will help you. So for an intermediate person, that is the main thing basically. You have to look at these small things. If you are intermediate, then your knowledge is good and you are improving as well, I believe. Okay, if you are saying if you claim that you are at intermediate level, so these small things will improve your rating. So rating is shouldn't be your concern anyway. It's just
Okay.
yeah, it's just a plus point that yeah, you can show that I have this rating, but that should not be your target. uh, just improve your problem solving skill and yeah, keep participating and keep up solving.
Okay, I think that was the most sufficient answer. Okay, let's read our audience questions. I think many of them have their queries. Okay, someone is asking like the same question, like how to use lead code contests effectively, or you just say how to use lead code effectively. That's the most basic question. Yeah. So what would you reply?
I think I have talked about it a lot time even now.
Yeah, yeah,
It's getting a little repetitive, but like I've already there's not much to say. I've already covered the scenarios how do you should be practicing things by putting topic tags different, by putting different difficulty level. Go with BFS approach. Don't put easy tag for each and every type topic. Give one iteration like this. Next iteration should be medium. In the parallel, you
mm,
should start your contest as well because you have covered one item. Then medium hard. You in this way iterative way. With time, you'll realize okay, my graph is weak. I think for graph, I maybe GFG is better because I have done maybe all the problems of graph on GFG. Because, so that platform is good. And the better thing about GFG is that company tag.
okay,
It basically motivates you. Okay, that yeah, I've solved this problem which has been asked in this company. So that is also a good. So use platforms in a mixed manner. If let's say for graph there are more problems on let's say GFG, you use that platform. Don't just think okay, I just have to stick one platform. Even let's say that platform doesn't have a good problems. Let's say segment tree for example.
yeah,
LeetCode doesn't have that those many problems of segment tree. So even I have solved some hacker questions. I don't know. There was some tutorials as well as problems there. So
yeah,
look for the problems for topic wise. Don't think, okay, I have to solve this topic by only on this platform. Sometimes few topics you have to go, out of some other platforms where you are not active. Don't just go for that. Okay, that I have to keep my graph green. That's why I'm doing it. Don't do it. You are doing it to improve. So look for the platform which is best for that topic. So for advanced topics, mostly LeetCode and all are not good.
okay. So another question from our audience is that how many lead code questions should I do a day?
uh, During COVID, I think it was easier for us, okay,
Yeah,
because we used to stay back,
24 into 7. Yeah,
yeah, just then you can uh, force yourself for more. For me, I would say 5 to 6 problems were more than enough for a day because if I'm doing more than that, then maybe they are too easy problems or I have already done those problems. I'm just typing them.
yeah,
So 4 to 5 or maybe 6 to 7 if you're just doing data structure and algorithm and you're doing nothing in your life. Okay, so don't do, depends on your scenario. If you're in final year you have to do it, you have to give more hours to data structure and algorithms only. But if you have enough time, then I would say do 4 to 5 problems. If it's an easy tag, you can do more. If you're getting
okay,
fluent at it, do five to 10, fine. If it's a medium tag, 3 to 5 is fine. If it's a hard, I think 2 to 3 is fine. And if you have enough time, focus on the other things as well. Okay, build projects, they are important because your empty resume, it doesn't look good. If you are asking for a referral from anyone who's on good company, they'll give you basically referral, but projects should be there because then you can cover entire resume. Work on your
okay,
projects if you have enough time. Subjects are important. Basically subjects are like that, it just requires one your one willpower. Just do it at once, then after that you just have to revise them. But if you miss that slot, let's say in your college, let's say you are studying DBMS and that time you didn't uh, and saw that topic much basically. So what will happen, you will have to study the same thing sometime later, compromising your DSA time. Right now you are thinking, okay, I'm smart, I'm giving more time to DSA, I'll do this later, but anyway you have to compromise that time. So just
yeah,
do, subjects are the easiest thing, I would say. Just do that once, you're good, move ahead. You don't have to, you just have to revise them after that. So do subjects, pick up technology, do let's say 2 to 3 projects, and so that you can put it on your resume. Let's say interior is a more development oriented, so you should have some impressive thing on development side as well. So if you have enough time, not don't do only these things. I know hiring process is like that, but you haven't chosen this
Yeah.
BTech for only DSL go. You always wanted to create some app, some web application. That's why you did it. But
Lots
this
of
RAD,
desirable, yeah, lots of
yeah,
opportunities
this
are over there.
yeah, there are a lot of maybe. I have friends who are doing Android development. They are working from home and they are earning 15 LPA something. They are not in any big companies, but still they are making money. So
Yeah,
even that works for you. Let's see if you are really good at development and you are average at DSA, so it's better you just go ahead with that path. Basic
yeah.
knowledge of DSA is required, but you don't have to become champ if you can make money with development. So explore each and everything basically if you have enough time.
So another audience from our question is like from Viren. I can't think of optimized solution without looking at the discussion section. So how to improve that part?
Okay. So actually, it comes over time. Let's say we solve a problem in, let's say, brute force manner. Okay, then we couldn't solve it. Then we saw a solution. But that you should understand the mindset of that problem, how they approach this problem. Don't just, let's say, if a DP problem, don't just go and just try to understand a bottom up approach. That won't help you. In DP, top down is the approach. Top down is the how you actually build the solution. Bottom up comes after optimization. So focus on this thing. If you are trying to optimize DP problems, do memoization. Write top-down approach, then memorize it. Don't just say, okay, start writing top-down thing. That in the long run, you'll realize that you're not help. It's not helping you. So start with memoization, then write bottom-up approach. If you write bottom-up approach, after that you can improve your even space complexity. That things is easier once you write bottom up, but the problem solving in DP starts with top down approach. That should be your approach in case of DP.
Okay.
And in other things like graph and all, actually mostly there are few problems. There are people confused between graph problem and DP problems. For me, how do I differentiate basically both two? If there's a cycle, let's say in a problem,
Yeah.
it's a graph problem. Definitely, it is a graph problem because we cannot depend on state from, let's say, 4 directions.
Yeah.
This is a simple things. Let's say we usually people write DP in this manner. They try to think, but then they realize, okay, it's a graph problem. So there are small techniques which you'll learn over time. So just learn those things over time and try to implement them on a newer problems. If you get a new problem, try to think, okay, have I seen this thing before? Some technique I can use. It comes automatically when you do more and more problems. It will come if you are understanding the solutions properly and not just rushing through it. Okay, I have done it. Let's move to next problem. Understand the solutions properly so
Okay.
that
So
next time if it comes, you solve that properly.
so I guess observation is also play a vital role while solving the problems. Like you are observing that question, that pattern, and if it help you, like as you have given example of cycle, like if it is cycle, you will apply graph only. So Viren, if you are watching us, then try to observe question as well. Okay, I hope you got your answer. So here we have another question that the most, I think, high question: DSA versus development. Yeah,
Yeah, I've already given you an example of my friend. Okay, he's
yeah,
an Android developer. He started Android development after me, but he did it really well. Okay, so now he's making good money. He's not in a so-called big company, but his, I think, monthly income is more than me. So you can see, if you are really good at development, there are a lot of companies out there. Just because
yeah,
it's not in front of you, they are not saying, okay, apply it to us. Okay. That doesn't mean they don't exist. Development has its own value. DSA, we all know its value. So I would say go with a balanced approach, general approach. Do development, 2 3 good projects, one technology, you are good with development. Okay. And score, very important. And DSA, you have to give DSA more time. It should be in your day to day. Basically, you can't just get really good at it. If you are a smart guy person, that's fine. But for average people, basically 90% of us are average people. For us, it requires time, more and much. For DSA, you should be doing it daily. And development, you need just one technology. Sometime you will have those 2 3 projects in your resume. That's not that difficult. So
Okay.
go with a general approach. Don't just say, okay, I'll be just a developer. Back then I was also like this. I used to be like, okay, for second year I'll do Android development, then I'll do an internship. In third year I'll do web development, then I'll do an internship. In final I'll do some blockchain and develop. That kind of mindset I has, but unfortunately I was not able to crack any internship during second year. Then I realized that okay, it's not perfect. You can't. You have to be general basically. And DS, if you are applying for MNCs, unfortunately, DS is the only thing. You have to be really good at DS. Yeah,
Okay.
and second code, third development.
Any suggestions for app development or resources?
Actually, for app development like Android and all, you will find plenty of content on YouTube as well. Personally, I have used Udemy for that because in Udemy you get a project basically, end-to-end good project as well,
Yeah.
along with
They,
that learning. So go to Udemy. I think it's somewhere at discount time. It a course costs you I think 300 400 as well, and 500. It yeah, it stays at that price basically 400 to 700. So just take a good course, look at its reviews, okay, and look at the project. Just take a course, do it, and you are good with development is not that thing. You just have to give time to it and you'll get good at it. Just take a course from Udemy and
okay.
you'll be good.
Okay. Basically, doing project will help you to get to that Android development. Will get you a clear idea like what's it all about and what work we have to do. Like what you can expect from this domain.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
So yeah. So another question like how to get remote job.
I would say for that I am not a right person to answer this question.
Yeah.
The person which who's I just gave you example that he's earning
Yeah.
good. He is the one who's doing remote job. First, he learned Android really good, and he applied from Internshala. Started with one internship at a time, ended up doing 3 internship in parallelly.
Okay.
Okay, don't go look for the money. If you have that experience, you'll earn money. Initially, he was doing maybe some 5,000 rupees a month. Then he got 10,000 rupees a month internship. Then he was doing in parallel 3 internship because he was good at it. So he was doing his job. So no one knows that remote. So in that way, you will. So basically, you have to go with these internships and all. You have to build your portfolio. That okay, I have done these projects, in this company. Then that remote, because in remote jobs, your development skills are the most important. You have to show them that okay, that I have done these things before. Then it becomes easier for you. Even I think he has got offer from International as well. Unfortunately, our college didn't allow back then for some. They were asking something for some NOC or something.
Yeah.
So that's how even development you'll get a lot of opportunities. But you have to do internships as and all. You can't just expect okay that you'll get a remote job in development and you have done nothing in no internship and go with internship. That's the I think easiest thing to start with your career. If you are looking for remote job, do internships, then you'll
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you for the suggestion. I think it's all about today. It's already 7:35, and we have discussed about all the parameters, all the aspect of LeetCode. Let me conclude. Of, Let me make conclusion of this session. Like we have talked about this problem solving that you have discussed with us. First thing that it will be life saving for most of guys who are watching us and who will be watching it. Like don't go for the SD seat. There are lots of Paya and DBs, and don't go for particular SD sheet. If you have if you have the good amount of time, yes, it's absolutely correct that you have certain amount of time, you have good amount of time. Just go with the approach, go with the LeetCode platform. There are lots of questions, and by following SD sheet, you are limiting to yourself to some certain amount of questions. So that would affect your problem solving, I guess. And then we have talked about the up solving skill that most of them misses while giving contest. And then we talk about the improvement tips while how to get submit our code faster at while giving the recode contest. Okay, so this was all about this session. One last question, Rishabh, from our user. Like, how Cisco come? What are learning curves here? I don't know what he is trying to say, but yeah, I'm reading what he has written. How it's Cisco company basically is asking.
Okay, so he's just asking how the work culture and what's the growth
Yeah,
inside it. Okay,
yeah,
so basically in Cisco, it's a big company, so we have different departments, basically different business groups. We have collaboration and we have a security business group in which I am working right now. So there are plenty of opportunities in here and different technologies as well. Let's say if you are working in SBG, you'll be working with C and all, and if you are working in collaborations. So there
yeah,
are different domains basically in Cisco. It's not all about like just they are just building routers. And that was back thing. Okay, they still have those things, but they do much more than that. And now, so it's a big company. You'll get plenty of opportunities here if you'll join Cisco. Yeah. So
okay,
basically, I would like to add one more thing. Okay. Like people say they're following a sheet so that they get a curated list of things. Because if you'll go on GFG on by putting an array tag, you'll find 100 or maybe 200 problems.
yeah,
That's the problem. I know that's the thing. But the good thing with GFG is that you get company tags as well. So you can even further filter those problems by okay, this question has been asked by some company, do it. This company, this question is so in that way also you can filter things. You don't
yeah,
have to just start with a DSA sheet because in DSA sheet they'll just put medium to high level questions. So you really need that easy, easy level questions practice as well to get really good at that topic. Okay, that builds your fluency with a particular topic. On our sheets basically they put standard problems. That's good. You should at least know those problems, but those problems won't improve your problem solving skills. Basically you
yeah,
those problems should be a suspense for you. You can't just directly look at those problems and see, okay, I can't solve it, let's watch this video. Just solve enough easy problems, then you will find those problems eventually, but on some day, then that will be more fun for you, that you
okay,
are solving this problem. Okay, this is an interesting problem, instead of directly going to those standard problems if you have enough time.
okay. So thank you for this last tip that you have shared with us in the last moment of the session. I think that would save a lot of guys who are watching this. Okay, so guys, that's all about this session. We have discussed a lot of things, lot of some important tips that will help you in your future. And if still you have some questions remaining left, then we have our domains, we have our Telegram, all the social media platforms given in description link. Go to over there. Our mentors are there who are going to help you, answer you anytime, 24/7. You are free to ask. You are free to ask for help. We are there. Okay, so thank you, Rishabh. Thank you for taking out your time and your journey and as well as the tips that you even share. I think it's going to save a lot of engineers in future as well. Yeah, so thank you for coming in this session and joining us.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
thank you so
thank
much.
you, Kiva. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
yeah,
Bye.
bye. Mother, you may leave conversation.